So the thing is, I don't want people sending me emails and stuff, but I'm just saying that the Royals, they don't really have anything to complain about. Like Meghan and Harry, they talk about how they got this tough life, and really, how tough is it really? Like people are starving, and they got the virus, and they're out of work. But here comes Meghan, and here comes Harry, and the palace was picking on me.
And now, a whole new way to watch radio. The Dennis George Show. Here's your host, Dennis George.
I'm just saying, we're going to get into the palace in just a second, but Mitch is with us. Hi, Mitch.
Add the royal family to the palace list now.
We're going to get back to the royal family in just a second. Sam is here.
What is going on, people?
How you doing, Sam?
I'm doing pretty good.
All right.
Living a dream.
Debbie's here.
Howdy, everybody.
And Denny G's here.
Hi. Good to see y'all.
Everybody's here. I'm just saying, look, I get it. The Royals, they've got it tough, right? I mean, it's a tough deal for them, right? I mean, but come on, really?
Yeah, I don't think you get it.
Fine.
I have definitely already added the royal family.
So Dennis, does that mean you're not gonna watch the Oprah interview with Meghan and Harry?
Well, okay, so
he is going to watch it. That answer right there, that delayed response right there, he's already watched it. All right, let's be honest.
For most of you tuning into our show, you've already heard about it or you've already seen it because by the time we publish the show, it's out. So I don't know. I don't think I'm going to spend 2 hours listening to Oprah grill Meghan and Harry on how hard their life is.
I'm adding Oprah to the list.
I'm just
believe that.
How tough is it to be a royal?
Well, you know, you got to think about how you're being possibly excluded from a family. So if you have a very close family relationship and tie, and all of a sudden, because of these kinds of circumstances, you get excluded, that might be very hurtful. So that might be tough. It's not so much the food or security or wealth part of it. It's the emotional tie of family that really is the heart of it, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. Hey, sorry to put a damper on it, but
well, I think part of it is also they're talking about, in particular, the British press, which pretty much everybody has said is, turn that music off right now. There and beat you to within an inch of your life. But the British press is supposed to be horrific.
They are. The headlines even this week have been just tearing them left and right, up and down for sure.
Yeah.
Which I don't condone that. I don't think that's right. I agree with you there 100%. I don't know. I just feel like there's a little bit of lost perspective in the deal.
Well, I mean, the lost perspective also is that they've been bullied. All right. To whatever degree it is, bullying's bullying. All right. The British press has bullied Harry and Meghan.
Yeah.
All right. And that's not okay.
Yeah, you're not wrong there.
so maybe watching the thing would help us get a better perspective of what actually happened.
I think Dennis really needs to watch it to get a better perspective about what is actually going on there.
Well, and Oprah is known for doing great interviews.
And there's nothing that she can't ask this time around.
It's a brand new car.
That was the Oprah show.
And you get a car. And you get a car.
Raise your hand if you think Dennis must watch the interview.
We're all raising our hands.
Do you think she's going to give them a car?
No, she's
No.
not.
Why do they need a car? It's not even going to be the car that they would want in either.
Because they've had a tough life. It's been hard.
Think about the past of what their family has been through, though. Have you not watched The Crown?
Yeah, I have.
And I mean, if that show is accurate, which I take it with a grain of salt, it's either you're in the family or you're not. And I mean, like, for them to take that leap and say, no, we want out, take some cojones.
All right, we
True.
do want to hear. We have a fair number of UK listeners, so we do want to hear from. We're not inviting you to send me hate mail. What I am suggesting, though, is that if you've got an opinion about this, and you've seen the Oprah show, drop us an email, podcast@dennisgeorgeshow.com, and tell us what you think. And next week we'll play some music and we'll read those emails.
To the UK listeners, if you do want to send Dennis hate mail, send the email to me and I'll send you Dennis's home address.
Hey, we do have a correction though. So apparently the folks at Hasbro have corrected the whole Mr. Potato Head debacle.
It's just Potato Head.
Yeah, remember they came out and they said they were going to change their branding, but Kimberly Boyd issued a statement this week. Hasbro senior vice president stated, the way the brand currently exists with the Mr. and Mrs. is limiting when it comes to both gender identity and family structure. However, the classic Mr. Potato Head will not change. So the new rebrand will include non-gendered Potato Head family with two large bodies, one small body, and various accessories.
Don't make it dirty, Dennis. It's a kid's. Stop it.
Sorry.
Hey, my mind was there too, Debbie. All right.
What about their name? Always there. Your mind is always there.
So you can create your own. Hasbro says you're going to be able to create your own Potation family, which will arrive this fall, and you'll allow kids to represent their own experiences. Here's the thing.
This is also still limiting. All right. What about the kids whose parents are in a throuple?
Right.
You only get two.
That's why you got to buy multiple sets.
Right.
Yeah. The other thing is, if it's going to represent my childhood, I'm going to blow some shit up. Like, we're going to go ahead and strap some firecrackers to the side of that Potato Head deal. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Oh, mid 80s. Have a good time.
I need more of this.
Yeah.
Are you saying that you hurt your parents that way?
No. Oh, no. I love my parents dearly. No, I had a completely normal childhood. It was a white picket fence. We had,
and that's how you turned out this perfect.
That's right. I am, and I'm gonna take a drink of my beer. It was perfect. Mm-hmm.
Cheers, everybody.
Cheers, everyone. Absolutely.
Cheers to all.
So, have you all seen these deep fake videos that everyone's talking about this past week?
Define deep
videos.
So, deep fake videos. So, there's new technology out. You've seen it on some of your phones where you can actually change your icon or your GIF of you or an animal, and you can talk into it, and you can make the animal mouth and move your face like it's talking, right?
Sure.
So that technology
do that now.
That's right. That technology has been extended now where you can attach it to celebrities. And so someone created a Tom Cruise video using that technology this past week.
Okay.
And it has gone viral because it looks and sounds just like Tom Cruise. And
Was he coming out?
No, it had him playing golf. Had him playing pool. But people are real concerned because now they're suggesting that people could use these videos in nefarious ways and have someone say something they didn't really say, i.e. coming out when it isn't really Tom Cruise coming out.
I thought that was the purpose of that. The purpose of that being done was to demonstrate that it could be done, to warn people that it could be done.
That's
to
right.
Be careful about those kinds of things.
That's right. That's exactly right.
Gotcha.
Exactly right. Anyway, we put it on our Facebook page. So if you want to take a look at I put a photo of the real Tom Cruise and a photo of the fake generated Tom Cruise, and they look very similar. So you can check.
So do you like Tom Cruise?
No, I don't have an opinion either way. I think he's an okay actor, I guess. I mean, I don't like.
I like him.
Yeah, I mean, I think he's fine. I don't like go, oh my God, Tom Cruise is in that movie. I got to go see it. He doesn't do a bad job. How old is he?
But do you think he's fine?
No. No.
He's some really good movies.
He's not he's not like a show pony. It's Tom Cruise. He's just an actor.
I heard he got out of Scientology. Is that true?
No.
Oh, I
think he's still in Scientology.
Him and John Travolta,
I heard the rumor
right?
was not correct.
And John Travolta's pretty big too in that. Debbie, what were you going to say?
I needed to ask you a question, because if Tom Cruise is not a show pony, and I'm not saying he is, who is your an example of a show pony for you?
Well, that would
Zoolander.
that would probably be a different show, and a different. We'll have to come back to that, Debbie.
Your Honor, instruct the witness to answer the question.
We'll be right back after this.
Debbie, make him answer.
We will explore the show pony phenomena. Tell me all, what did you all do this week? What's going on? Anything exciting?
I had a McGangbang this week.
We're going to talk about that later in the show. So
it's
not just yet, but yes, we're going to talk about that for sure.
Yeah.
Anything else? Mitch, you just couldn't keep that in, could you? Like you couldn't wait a little bit.
Wait. So I have to tell you guys, because on Monday night, he was telling me that he was going to get a McGangbang, but I couldn't hear the Mick, and all I heard was gangbang on Thursday. And I kept going, I'm sorry. And in my head, I was thinking,
Like, why are you telling
why
me
is he
this?
telling me he's going to have a gangbang?
A gangbang.
He
He's
needed a
celebrating
videographer.
early.
It's true. We've got a fantastic show. Debbie's got a top 10 list. Top 10 things many believe that are not true. So things that people believe that are actually not true. We've got some pretty amazing, weird people. And Mitch has already cracked open the surprise. Secret menus from your favorite fast food places. We'll be right back.
Dennis George Show continues after this.
Hey everyone, I just want to talk to you real quick about something I've been working on lately. It's called the Michelle Obama Podcast. I can't wait for you to listen. In this first season, I'm going to be talking with some of the people I'm closest with. My mom, my brother, my friends, my colleagues, and many others. We'll be discussing the relationships that make us who we are. We'll be talking about the challenges and the joys of being a parent or a spouse, the friendships that help us through the toughest times, or the growth we experience when we lean on the colleagues and mentors around us. What I love about these conversations is that they're topics and issues that we're all dealing with no matter what's going on, whether that's a global pandemic or a nationwide reckoning with race. My hope is that this podcast can be a place for us to sort through the questions that we're all trying to answer, a place to open up and be a little vulnerable and have some fun along the way. And most importantly, I hope this podcast sparks ideas and topics that you can open up with within your own circles. Maybe it'll inspire you to have some conversations with loved ones that you've been meaning to have. So I hope you'll join me for the Michelle Obama Podcast. Episodes start July 29th. Listen for free only on Spotify.
The views expressed on Dennis George Show
Are not our own or anyone else's.
Listen at your own risk, and we cannot be held responsible for your ears burning, bleeding, or ringing, or the blurred eyesight.
some things you will not be able to unhear or unsee, and for that,
You are warned.
Not try anything we suggest or talk about at home, work, or in your car.
A reminder, there are no rules, and our show is intended for a mature audience only.
or at a minimum,
Those over your state's or country's legal age of consent.
Any experiments
Jobs, skills, or sexual positions suggested
and or recommended
are for comedy purposes only and should not be tried without supervision.
or a spotter.
safety word or phrase,
Is recommended in advance of trying anything
Any
new.
medical advice
or comments that seem like medical advice,
should be reviewed with your own doctor.
or at least.
Check it on Google like we did.
Thank you and good luck.
And now, back to the Dennis George Show.
Well, here's the thing. So, sure.
I love it. I
I'm
love
just-
the new music.
Yeah, a little something different. Hey, so we have some listeners in Australia, and I want to read to you one wedding couple's wedding invitation. I want to get all of your take on it, okay?
Wait,
So-
did we get invited to the wedding? Is this
No.
like mailed to us that we're going?
Ooh,
that would
be
be hang on.
sweet.
Let's do it.
Let me get through this. So the wedding card read, quote, "Our bank account is in debt and we would like to go back into credit. Please visit the ATM, pull out your greens, and let it be seen that your kindness is real when it's given its final seal. So place your cash in the wishing well and make our dreams come true. That will be swell. So they're basically, and by the way, greens in Australia is another word for $100. Yeah, so it's a specific denomination as well. But apparently, folks in Australia have been harshly criticizing the couple for asking for the money in lieu of presents, saying, "Hey, look, we're in debt, throwing this big wedding. Come bring some cash." What do we all think about that?
Rock
I
on.
think you ought to take care of your finances before you get married.
Well, I mean, I would be
Good
okay with
point.
paying for my own plate of food or whatever.
Yeah.
I mean,
think
like,
it-
I'd rather have the money than like, some little piece of dishware you're never gonna use. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if asking for money, isn't that the same as a wedding registry, putting a wedding registry list together and saying, "Here's what we want you to buy us,"
But
Isn't that-
not doing the work of getting a registry put together. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's my problem with what they did. People ask for money, that's fine for wedding versus getting gifts, and I'm fine with that. But to tell people that they have to give $100, I find that part to be taboo.
Yeah.
To say
Yeah.
that you have to give $100. If you were just going to
Right.
say, hey, in lieu of gifts, for example, I know some people have done in lieu of gifts, we're just going to, if you want to give us some money for our honeymoon, that'll be
Right.
great.
How about this? How about this? How about buying them a gift certificate to a credit counseling service?
There you go. Well, a registry
financial advisor.
Right.
A registry helps you from getting duplicate gifts. How many crock pots do
Sure.
you really need? And it helps people
Right.
who want to give you something and give them an idea of what you might really need to start your new life out.
Yeah, no, I
Assuming
think
it's
wedding
not your fourth
registries.
marriage.
Yeah, I think wedding registries are a good thing for sure. Absolutely.
I would
don't
have just gotten him a bus pass.
Yeah.
As good as money.
Yeah. All right, I have a test for you all. So TikTok user Sophia Boy shared a clip which has been viewed more than 4 million times. She issued a disclaimer, so we're going to repeat the disclaimer that she's not a professional, we're not professionals, and the test is not a diagnosis, even though I'm going to diagnose you. So don't get too carried away or terrified by these results. So the test begins. So here's the thing. I want all of you to do this. So I want you to think about this now. So listen to this because I'm going to ask you for your answer. Okay. So I want you to imagine that this is an imaginary scenario. I want you to close your eyes and think about.
Is it really an imaginary scenario?
We're imagining
It's not
it
really
an
happening?
imaginary scenario.
So it's an imaginary scenario. You're going to close your eyes and think about walking through a creepy forest as your heart pounds and you hear sounds surrounding you. You should imagine that suddenly you feel breathing behind you and you whirl around in terror to see what it is. So the question is, what is behind you? Is it a wild animal, a pale person of the opposite sex, a shadowy figure, a dog, a giant bug, or nothing at all? So you're walking through the forest, creepy sounds, heart is pounding, you hear sounds around you, you met something walks up behind you, and you whirl around in terror to see what it is. Question is, what is it? Is it a wild animal, a pale person of the opposite sex, a shadowy figure, a dog, a giant bug, or simply nothing at all?
Giant bug is breathing heavily. Okay.
Okay, so I'm just well, Denny G, what did you imagine? What was behind you?
I couldn't come up with any of those. I was thinking somebody with a cocktail.
It was a cocktail waitress.
Well, our waiter. Yeah.
Our waiter. Shots? Anyone want shots? Right.
Yes.
Why not?
Mitch, what was behind you?
What were my choices again?
Oh Jesus.
Oh my God.
Wait, are we limited to those?
Yes.
Yes.
Multiple
This is
choice.
a test. This is a
I
test.
know.
You all are not playing. You all are not playing well at
giant
all.
Here,
bug
let me
breathes
help.
heavily.
I would have had to narrow it down to a shadowy figure.
Okay.
Because it's scary.
Mitch?
Huh?
Okay.
No,
Debbie?
shadowy figure.
Shadowy figure. Debbie?
I didn't. There was. I imagined you behind me. All I could hear was your voice.
So pale person of the opposite sex.
This is fantastic.
A wild
All right,
animal.
let me read
Wild
what your
animal.
let me read what your results mean. This is fantastic. All right, so here are the results. People flooded with comments to share their own results, ranging from a horrifying figure to a clown. Which, by the way, that would be mine.
That would be Dennis.
It'd be a clown back there.
Right.
But
Yeah,
it turns out
Why
that
wasn't that even one of the options?
so apparently, it turns out that you only need to be worried if you saw a dog. In a follow-up video, Sophie explains that if for some reason people who see a dog possess psychopathic, what's this?
Psychopathic.
Well, when you're a psychopath, it reveals that you're a psychopath.
No,
and you have what? Yes, that's what it is.
psychopath is not right.
No, yes, it is. It reveals that you're going to hurt other people, that you're a psychopath. So this apparently is some test that everyone on the internet is like blowing up about.
Not be able to like see the future, or
Well, psychologists don't know the real.
Psychic, no.
That's psychic.
Psycho.
No,
Right.
not a psychic. Not a psychic. Psychopath.
Could be a
Psychologists-
psychic psychopath.
Let me explain. Psychologists don't know the real reason why so many psychopaths say dog, but here's one. The dog answer could be indicative to a masking behavior. Dogs are fluffy and non-threatening. Maybe a psychopath is trying to prompt in the mind of the interviewer this manipulative, self-serving answer. I'm glad you all are not psychopaths. I'm just throwing that out there. I was a little
I
worried.
want to point something out
I
real
was a little
quick.
worried. Yeah.
Denny G didn't answer the question.
Aha.
I saw a show pony.
Oh my God.
okay, well, I did. Okay, I'll be honest. Whenever you were talking about it, and
You saw a
said
dog,
you-
you're a psychopath.
No, stop.
All right.
You said that you heard sounds around you.
Yeah.
I was thinking dog sounds, but not that the dog was behind me.
Mm-hmm.
Just remember,
But
it was an
maybe I am a
imaginary
psychopath.
scenario.
Maybe Sam, you are. Maybe so.
Do you feel heavy breathing or do you hear heavy breathing?
See, here's the deal, y'all. I read the test as it was written.
Oh,
So,
I want to know how's it written.
but I think all of us. I think all of us. We're clearly we are
Okay.
willing.
It's
Clearly
a
we
big
all.
fucking dog if you're feeling its breath.
Did you read how the test was
It was a
administrated?
werewolf.
Clearly,
Yeah, there you go.
clearly
Was
we
it a
are
full
willing.
moon?
Clearly we are willing to rewrite the test for them. Obviously,
Right.
We're willing to figure this out for sure. But apparently the internet's all exploded over this deal with over 1 million comments. People are just going crazy about this, so they're all taking the test. I think people are like freaking out if they say they saw a dog. I don't know. I'm just saying.
I didn't like that one. I
Alright.
think we should do the testing about the males and females having different centers of gravity. I think that's the test that I would
Yeah.
like to see.
Well, that's
us
interesting.
do.
I've never heard
test?
that before.
What is that one?
So you get on your hands and knees, and then you put one arm down so that your arm is on the floor, and put the
Uh-huh.
other arm down so that you have your hands like this.
Mitch is
And
going.
then-
If
Do
you
it,
have your
Mitch.
hands
Yeah.
like that and your forearms are down, your face is on
Well,
the floor.
When you start this way, and then you put your arms down, and then you whip your arms around to behind your back, and most females don't.
Am I
have a
handcuffed?
problem. No, you're
Don't have
not
the what?
handcuffed.
Not yet.
But a lot of men are not able to actually stay perpendicular with their hands behind their back.
No, they
Where's
face
Mitch?
plant.
Where's
They face
Mitch?
plant. Yeah,
Oh.
He's
sure.
on the floor. He's doing
He's
the
just
test.
face
it.
planted.
He's doing the test right now.
Could you do it, Mitch?
Yes.
I think it's called the
He's
downward
clearly a
dog.
girl.
That's why
think
he's
it's
got
called
rug
a-
burns on his nose.
It's
called
not
the
a
downward dog.
It's not downward dog. It's not.
You
Is
just
it the
wanted to
angry
say
pirate?
downward dog.
Wait, if you do a downward dog, are you a psychopath?
Oh, I don't know.
No, you're just a
There's so many
sociopath.
psychopaths then.
Just a sociopath. Do
Namaste.
downward dog.
We need to apologize to the yoga community.
To the yogis.
The yoga community.
Yeah. Wow.
Oh.
Well, I'm happy to say that you all are not psychopaths. That makes me very happy.
We should probably apologize to the psychopaths too.
I was
I've
well.
done a good job.
I'm not gonna lie. I was a little concerned about our results and what they might be. Especially
Wait.
Mitch. Yeah.
So you thought Mitch was going to be a psychopath?
I thought Mitch was going to be a psychopath and Sam would be borderline. I thought Sam would say he heard barking.
He did say he heard barking.
I did say that I heard dog noises.
He did. That's right.
Half dog, half bug.
Right. So the problem is I read the whole thing and then I did it. So I already knew the answer. So I was like, oh, because in my mind it was a clown. But
you were the one that thought of a dog.
No.
Yeah, that's right.
Clown.
Dennis didn't give us an answer.
It's
He
true.
said
Well,
clown. Yeah.
listen, I've got psychopaths in my family, so I know what that looks like. It's definitely not me. I'm just saying. Yeah, definitely not me for sure.
Yeah, we definitely are adding psychopaths by 2 now.
Oh, I don't think you have to add psychopaths.
No, I don't think.
Let's not get on their list.
Nope.
Just saying.
Well, I'm
That's the
curious
naughty
because
list.
are her results, her test results, are they limited to only the options that she had?
Yeah, I think they are. I don't know. Maybe it's whatever you say, and if dog is one of it, that's what comes up. So I don't know. I read it kind of as the test was written from her social media post. So I was trying to follow, not that it's scientific, but I was trying to follow the rhythm of what everyone else was doing.
Right.
To take it real the way everyone else was reading it. But I think you're right, Debbie. I think the point isn't what the answer is. I think it could be anything, but if you name dog, then that could be indicative of being a psychopath.
Well, I asked that because people who have fears, for example, people who have arachnophobia, people who are scared of spiders, might say it was a spider behind them. And then what does that mean? So I just was curious if her results and that the psychology behind the answers were limited to only what she had here. That was
He needs to do more testing.
It's a fair question, and it certainly was not scientific in any way.
I don't know. I just kept hearing you say, you're walking, you're in the shadowy forest, blah, blah. And I heard you talking. I was like, I turn around and I see Dennis.
Oh, my goodness. Debbie's got a great top 10 list coming up.
Find us online at DennisGeorgeShow.com.
Hey there, catch us 24/7 on social media. Like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter and Good Pods. On Alexa and Google Assist, say, play Dennis George Show podcast.
If you have a question or comment, send us an email at podcast@DennisGeorgeShow.com. Or if you're just looking for a date. If we read your question or comment on the show, we'll send you a Dennis George Show t-shirt. That's podcast@DennisGeorgeShow.com. Now back to the show.
Yeah. So this list is good, Debbie. I like this list. This is going to be a fun one.
Okay. All right. So this is a top 10 list of things we believe that are actually not true.
Yeah.
So the first one, number 10, is swimming right after eating is dangerous. And while it is true, the sort of old wives' tale that you have to wait 30 to 45 minutes before you go swimming, it's not actually true.
Yeah, when I went to summer camp, so they were big on that. Consciously, we went to summer camp. Yeah. We swam in the morning, then we had lunch, and they made us literally we were watching the clock. They made us sit out for 30 minutes. We had to. It was dangerous.
I'll tell you exactly the reason why they did that.
We clocked it. Go ahead, Debbie. What's the real deal here?
Sam, what's the reason for that?
I was a lifeguard. Therefore, I know that was a break for lifeguards to go get out of the sun.
Sure. Or the staff to eat.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think we should play a drinking game. Never have ever. As Debbie reads these off, if you actually thought these were true, you take a drink.
Well, I mean, we grew up near one of the Great Lakes, and so we would go swimming, but every time we'd eat, we had to stop and wait 30 minutes before my mom would let us back in the Great Lake. So yeah, I grew up with it.
What's the origin of this? What's the real deal behind this?
So the whole thing is, when you eat, your body will divert blood for the digestion, so things get diverted for the digestion, but technically it's not enough to limit the blood supply to your arms and legs for swimming. So they say that the worst that can happen is cramping, minor cramps.
Right.
So yeah. So no, not the whole big deal that parents used to
So
believe.
maybe not try to swim across an ocean after eating. But if you're just going to swim a lap or two, you'll be fine.
You'll be fine.
The worst case
Maybe-
scenario is I
maybe-
turn into a woman.
So no. Oh my God, Mitchell.
Mitchell-
Debbie's gonna kill me. I'm sorry. I'm gonna die, everybody.
Apologize to Debbie, damn it. Apologize to Debbie.
And
I'm
women.
adding Debbie.
Yeah, and women.
And women.
Every 28 days, don't go swimming. So the thing is,
Dennis,
what?
so help me, Lord.
Two.
Stop.
Where did Mitch go?
Yes.
I don't know.
All right. Number 9. There's no
Number
such thing
now.
as cow tipping. In fact, cows sleep laying down. Now,
That's
I
not
wanna-
real?
I want to say,
No.
I texted somebody to check this, but unfortunately, the person that I texted didn't see the cows after the 5 o'clock milking. So they have no idea whether or not those cows actually slept laying down.
I do see cows laying down on the ground.
And I don't disagree that they do lay down sometimes, but I grew up I went to high school in a rural area. And so some of the guys that I went to high school with would say that they went cow tipping.
Yeah.
And maybe it was just dark and the cows weren't actually asleep.
They went drinking.
Well, yeah, I mean, they were
Yeah,
all
maybe they
drunk.
just knock them off their. Yeah,
Now-
maybe so.
When I was in
And they
summer
might have
camp,
tried, but the cattle ran.
when I was in summer camp, we would take the new campers out into the forest to go Skype hunting, and that was not a real thing. But we put someone out there in the middle of the forest and said, "Here's your bag, burlap bag, and you got to wait for Skypes, and you got to find them."
Snipes.
Snipes, not Skypes.
Oh, all right.
Skype is an app.
No
for your
wonder you
computer.
couldn't find them.
Right.
So,
Dennis
Left
was
out
running
there with the
around.
burlap bag.
Fine.
Debbie, are there any other
Where's
cow
the-
item? Are there any other cow items on your list?
No.
Okay, so I've got a question actually about cows. I've heard this as an urban legend. So you can actually make them explode by like holding a lighter up to their tail ends while they rip one.
No.
Okay.
What are you, Mitchell? What are you doing to cows?
I'm not
It
doing
is
it.
a thing.
I
They
just
did.
read it as an
People
urban
did
legend.
try to do that. I think
Oh
it was
my
like in the
God.
90s.
I mean,
Yeah.
when I'm
You can
hungry
light your
and I
own
want to,
farts, though, Mitchell.
well, there's a lot more gas for that.
They do
And
produce
I mean,
methane. That's true. It is true, but you
Right.
can't bottle it.
and when I'm hungry and I want a steak and I want it now, that's the best way.
Oh my God.
All right.
Okay.
Is bottled up cow fart?
Well, you light it. Well, you put a lighter back there, it blows it up.
Well done.
Chicken's done.
Number 8.
Thank you.
Thank you.
The Great Wall of China is not visible from space. Every astronaut has looked and they can't see it.
Okay.
So
'Cause I've heard that one too.
Have you?
I have.
This next one is
Okay. I can't do the next one. Like I literally,
Skype.
I literally,
We'll look for Skype.
I can't do the
Add
next
Dennis
one.
to the list.
This one, Mitch and
No,
Sam's
we're
heads are
not
gonna.
apologizing to Dennis. Sam.
On this next
No,
one.
this is the Dennis George show. We don't apologize to Dennis.
So on the next one,
Hey,
one,
wait, before you go, speaking of which, this picture here behind my background is the Great Wall of China.
I
Oh,
was wondering what that
alright.
was.
Is it really?
And it's one of the turrets, one of the guard turrets
Yeah.
along the wall.
I thought
so
it was your dungeon.
No. This is
I-
up pretty high, actually.
and you can see what we're talking about if you're listening to the podcast. Go to our YouTube channel, which is Dennis George Show. Debbie, this next one you have, because I've
is
looked
for
at the
you.
list.
This is
Well,
for you.
it's for me, but I'm going to warn you that Mitch and Sam's heads are going to explode. There's
Oh,
history.
God, I already
there-
feel
there's
like I already
history-
know where we're going.
There's history on this one.
Oh,
So I'm
There's
just
really good history here.
okay. Go ahead, Debbie.
So the Earth is not technically orbiting
Mm-hmm.
the sun.
Yes, it
So,
is.
so wait, no, wait. Just listen. So what is being orbited is actually the center of mass of the solar system,
That too.
which is technically not the center of the sun. So while it may seem that everything is orbiting the sun, it's actually the center of the mass.
It's
Of the
slightly
uni-
off kilter depending where the other planets are.
Exactly. So it's not
Right.
it's not technically the sun, it's actually the center of mass. But it obviously just the way everything goes.
Just don't even try it, Dennis.
But Dennis, what
He's gonna try
Sorry.
to spin this.
Sorry.
He's gonna
The
try to
question-
spin
the
this
question?
to make it where he was right.
Dennis, what does
And
the moon
he
orbit?
is
That's right.
so far from it. Let me give background here for everybody. We had to do a demonstration in the studio way
With
back in the
whirly
day.
chairs. All right.
Whenever we were all in chairs and Dennis was the center of the universe, and we had to explain to him how the solar system works. So Dennis does not completely understand it.
He still
But
doesn't
he's
get
gonna
it.
try to spin this that
That's
he
right.
was right because
Aha!
the sun was not the
That's
center
right.
of the universe.
No,
But that is
no.
still
Right.
not right, Dennis.
No, I think
we
Dennis-
still go around it.
Yeah, I think, Dennis, your main problem is you don't understand the orbiting feature of the universe. I think it's the orbiting of the solar system is what makes your head explode.
I'm
And
not
so
getting into it.
it
I'm
does
not
matter
getting into it.
what it is orbiting.
I refuse to get sucked into this again.
Oh, we're not letting go of this.
But you
one.
can't escape gravity.
Next time we all get together, we'll get on and do a YouTube of it,
Yeah.
and we'll actually teach Dennis how this actually works.
No,
Hey,
I decided
As long as we
need
got
to-
rolling chairs, it's fine.
you know
Right.
those old school things that they used to have in the classroom that would have the sun and then all the planets. That's what we need to do, and then just set the sun slightly off kilter so that the center, the
I
sun is
think that
slightly
might still
off.
confuse him though.
That'll blow his mind.
Yep.
Yeah, I know.
All right.
All right, number 6 is that Twinkies last forever. They
We
don't.
know that's not true. They grow old and get ugly looking.
Oh yeah, they don't.
The
taste
food
good
group,
either.
Dennis.
Oh,
So they say that Business
Sam,
Insider
apologize
has,
to Twinks.
I didn't catch that. I am so sorry.
oh Lord. So Business Insider has explained that Twinkies are less than optimal to eat after about 25 days on a shelf. Now I'll fight the 25 days.
maybe
I
25
will
years
fight
maybe,
the
but
25
yeah,
days.
that's about right.
Yeah, I mean, less than optimal. I mean, can we get a more definitive definition of that word? All
Less
right.
than
'cause-
optimal does not mean
No.
dangerous to eat. I'm just saying.
Okay, when does it become dangerous to eat? All right.
I don't know.
'cause
I don't have that.
I'll slap a hoe at 25 days still.
I just want a Twinkie real bad now.
Yeah.
I know. I'm gonna have to make a run over
Get
to the
it.
little quick
Yeah.
mart over here. All right.
I'm ordering Pizza Hut right now.
Are they gonna check on you? Or are you gonna order the same thing?
Order
or-
a Twinkie. I'm on my way.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have a snack accident.
Oh, there you go. There you go. Okay, so number 5 is that penguins mate for life. And while penguins are monogamous, they may change partners from one season to the next. So they're only monogamous for one season.
So
They could-
Debbie, this list
sense.
is things that we
Are
believe.
you
is really-
serious?
this list is
Yeah.
things that are not true. So basically, March of the Penguins was a scam.
No.
No, it was
no.
one season of Penguins. And after
One
that,
season.
you know, open season.
Yeah, I don't know. They made it sound like they were all together, and it was
Right. That was
Sam,
false
Just
advertisement.
add
I
penguins to
agree.
the list right now.
I
Dennis is
agree.
gonna go off a
Penguins?
cliff. Yeah,
Yeah.
to the
And
list.
Disney.
Because Dennis
And
is gonna
Disney
go off
too.
a cliff.
Disney is just—they're wrong for putting this information out there.
Dennis,
They're
just
just
because
showing
you
you a
didn't
whole new
understand it
world.
doesn't mean they're wrong.
Fair enough.
True
Uh-huh.
story.
All right,
Like the planets.
fine.
Orbiting, Dennis.
I want to go
Orbit-
argue the planet thing later.
All right. Number 4 is that police require a waiting period before filing a missing persons report. So if you've ever watched a TV police
Yeah,
show,
right.
they all
drama,
do it, right?
they always say for adults, now it's adults only that I have seen in the police dramas, that you can't file a missing persons report unless it's been at least 24 hours. That's what I've seen, but that is not correct.
Yeah,
Apparently you can file a missing persons report as soon as you think somebody is missing.
but you're
Well,
right. That's
good to
pretty.
know.
You're right. That's pretty personified by movies and TV shows for sure.
Oh,
Even with
yeah,
even
totally.
with kids, they're like, "Oh, you gotta wait. I'm sorry, it's been too soon."
No, not with kids. I've
No,
never seen that
Kids
with
I've
will,
kids.
they'll
seen-
do it.
I've seen some, maybe in real life, but I've seen some shows where they precipitated that notion of waiting.
I haven't from a kid perspective.
Yeah.
I've seen it from the adult in all the shows that I've watched. I've
Yeah,
never
for
seen it from
adults,
a kid
yeah.
perspective. But
Now,
adults
Dennis,
for sure.
About those shows, were they a period piece that you were watching?
I don't watch black and whites.
So that maybe that period piece actually precipitated the change that led to the removal of the 24-hour period.
All right, what's next?
Period pieces are only in black and white?
No.
Well, no, but I was thinking.
No. That's what he was implying.
He said it.
I know, but I think when he says period pieces, I'm thinking older stuff.
But just because it's older doesn't make it a period piece.
I'm talking
All right.
like, Changeling with Angelina Jolie.
I like her.
I know you do.
Is she a show pony?
She borderline show pony, yeah. Yeah.
All
She's in
right.
the ring. She's in the ring.
All right. Number 3 is that Napoleon was short.
No.
So the
Yeah,
famous
he was.
phrase,
Napoleon
you have a Napoleon complex.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, apparently he was 5'7", and for that time, that actually was a respectable height.
Yeah.
I still think that's short.
Well, Mitchell, it's because you're
Really?
like 8'10", so
String
shut the
bean.
hell up.
Sam, how tall are you?
What do you mean? What does it matter? Do you
just
think I'm 5'7"? Are you trying to say I'm Napoleon?
I'm just asking.
You got a mighty Napoleon complex about that question, though.
Just asking.
I'm
Yeah.
5'10" and 5'11" on a good day with some good heels.
All right.
All right, number 2 is that it takes 7 years for gum to digest. And that's
Yeah, they were saying don't swallow gum. That's terrible, they say. Yeah.
Yeah, some say it takes up to 10 years to digest, but it's not true.
That's
Some
fake?
of the chewing, that's fake. Yeah, some of the chewing gum does digest, and the rest passes through your gastrointestinal tract like any other waste.
Why would
What if
you,
it blows
why
a
would
bubble?
you swallow gum?
I have accidentally swallowed gum.
Yeah.
Well, I've accidentally swallowed a straight pin too, but even so, it's accidental.
Let's talk about that for a second.
Wait a minute. What?
It happened. I can't help it.
How did you swallow a straight
Were you
pin?
holding the pins in your mouth while you were doing some sewing?
Something like that. Yes.
Mhm.
A trick?
Yeah.
No, not a trick. Sewing.
No.
A lot of people will hold the pins in their mouth, the straight pins in their mouth, while they're putting,
Yeah.
Oh,
well,
yeah, my grandmother used to
whatever.
always yell at me
I don't
for
know what
doing it,
happened.
but
He
then I
just
would look at her and be like,
swallowed
you have
it.
a pin in
Ooh.
your mouth.
Yeah, I've
That
swallowed a
sounds
bug.
painful.
Yeah.
Dennis, let's not talk about what you've swallowed.
All right, fair enough.
Agreed.
So wait, Denny G, I have a question. Did that pass through without any complications?
I guess
Shut
so.
up, Mitch.
I think it
Wow.
Okay.
did. Unless it's
All
still
right.
in
Well,
there.
he is a little complicated.
Well, I asked because that can be very dangerous.
Yes, right. It
You know,
could, but
something
no.
sharp, can cut your intestines and
I
all
don't
kinds
know. I didn't tell anybody. Well, except you. You now know.
All of our listeners now know.
Finally comes out.
This was an experience. We're closer now.
Yeah.
I'm learning so much, so much. All right. Number 1 is that undercover cops have to tell you who they are, that they're cops. That is not true. Undercover police officers do not have to identify themselves.
Yeah.
They don't.
And more importantly, when you're in the interrogation room, they're allowed to lie to you.
Right.
A lot of people don't know that. When they're like, I wouldn't
Why
lie
are
to
you
you.
talking to him? You should just
I
be
wouldn't
asking
lie
for
to
an
you. I
attorney
can't do
anyways.
that. No, you can lie to me. And yes,
That's
you
another
will do
thing.
that.
That's another thing that's in TV shows and movies where they make it seem like if you question a cop, they have to not lie to you. It's like that's not true.
Negative, Ghost Rider.
Right.
There's a reason they're
That's how
called
so many
undercover.
people don't get caught.
Right.
Hey,
Right.
if you watch The Closer, they always lie. They always say they can lie.
Mhm.
Right. Right.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's a great show, by the way.
Yes,
Love
it
that
It is a
show.
good show.
Yes, it
Kira
was.
Sedgwick, right? I like her.
Mhm.
Yeah, she's
Yep.
really good actually. She does a great job.
The
Hey,
Interview.
you wanted to know what a Mick gangbang was? We're gonna tell you all about it. Stick around.
The Dennis George Show continues after this.
Check out our YouTube channel. It's a whole new way to watch radio, where you can find each episode of our show. Just search Dennis George Show. Like us and subscribe. See you there.
Hey, this is Mitch from The Dennis George Show. If you have a question, comment, new sexual position, things I should do with Dennis's mom, or looking for a date, or even looking for a date with Dennis's mom, send us an email at podcast@dennisgeorgeshow.com. If we read your question or comment on the air, we'll send you a t-shirt. That's podcast@DennisGeorgeShow.com. And now, back to the show.
So I didn't know this until recently. I think Mitch brought it to our attention, if I remember correctly, that a lot of restaurants have secret menus, things that are not on their normal menu, and you can go to that restaurant and you can order things. And in fact, there is a website called fastfoodmenuprices.com. And on there, they list known secret menu items and they explain them in detail. So if you want to look there, you can. And in fact, if you come across one that they don't have, you can also submit it to them. Mitch, to not to our surprise at all, last week called our attention to the McGangbang. Mitch, you want to tell us about that experience?
So about my personal McGangbang?
Well,
Yes.
sure. I'm not sure how this is going to go, but sure.
What can go wrong?
Right.
It's basically just a McChicken shoved inside a McDouble.
Okay.
Like, you just take one of the buns off, put the whole sandwich up there, put the sandwich back on top of it, and you're done. But it's really good. It tastes really good.
Yeah.
But
so it's the mix of the beef, chicken patties combined with lettuce and mayo. They say it turns out to be a super tasteful favorite on the McDonald's secret menu. When you ordered this, and we have the video of this, we're going to post on our social media because you did go with some friends, and I think Sam, you went as well.
I did. It was delicious.
I'm more interested, I guess, in the interaction with the person you ordered it from. I'm interested.
He was not impressed.
Yeah. What
he was
what feedback
not having it.
Yeah.
We didn't get any feedback when we picked up our food.
Yeah.
Like, because the individual who was giving us food and checking us out, the whole money thing, was not the same person that took the order from us. But the person who took the order from us, like, once she entered the order, she was like, 34.30 at the second window.
So you ordered it through the drive-thru then?
Yeah.
And when you ordered it on the speaker, what did they say?
They were just like, I don't have that button on my menu, sir, which I know they can organize that themselves. They can create that. All right.
But they don't have a gangbang button.
No, but I'm on a mission to change their mind. All right.
Oh,
Me and my friends are going to go to that McDonald's as often as it takes to put a McGangbang button on that menu.
Interesting.
So how many McGangbangs did you end up ordering? And did you just say, I just want 3 McGangbangs?
So we had a couple other people with us. They ordered 2 Big Macs, and then it did end with, and I want 3 McGangbangs. And she was like, I don't have a button for that. And
there's not a button for that.
And you can see why it's a good menu item because it's actually really good.
It's fantastic.
Yeah. So other items on the secret menu at Burger King, you can get the Frings, Frings, the Frings. This is a delicious hybrid of French fries and onion rings. You no longer need to choose one or the other. You just order the Frings, and basically it's half of a large fry and half of a large onion ring into a single order. So you can order Frings.
I need to take
Which
notes.
tastes disgusting because every time that I go there and then I get the French fry and I get the onion rings, like in the bottom, there's like a couple or whatever. I'm like, ugh.
So even if you don't
French
order it,
fries start tasting like the onion rings.
So even if you're not ordering it, they're giving you the Frings anyway. Yeah.
Yeah.
In-N-Out Burger has a secret item called Animal Style. Now,
I've had the animal fries.
Well, Animal Style is their most well-known secret on the secret menu. It's the social media phenomena that's been circulating on Instagram, and it is burger and or fries with loads of cheesy, beefy goodness on top. It's an Animal Style burger. It's a beef patty made of mustard and loaded with extra spread, Thousand Island sauce, pickles, caramelized onions. And you can also get, as Denny G just said, Animal Style fries, which come with the same ingredients in the burger, but layered on top of the fries.
And I've had those about 10 years ago, so they've been around for a long time.
Yeah.
The animal burger.
Also at McDonald's, it's called Animal Style. Also at McDonald's, they have the poor man's Big Mac. Now, if you're craving for a Big Mac and you're low on funds, you can finally satisfy your craving with very little difference. You can get a double cheeseburger and ask for the Big Mac sauce to be added to it. Add some diced onions and lettuce, which they don't charge for, and all of that combined is less expensive than the Big Mac, but it's all the same.
And the cook is gonna hate you.
And the cook will hate you. That's right.
Yeah.
And if you keep ordering that, your food is going to be tainted.
Right.
Yeah,
And
there's
what
going
is
to
the
be more
difference
in
in
that
price?
secret sauce.
They don't, they say the price varies because McDonald's prices varies from location to location. So I can't give you what the price is because they say specifically that in the UK, the price is different than Australia, is different than the US. East
Right,
Coast, West Coast,
right.
So
McDonald's isn't known to be phenomenally expensive to begin with.
right. It's true.
So if you want a Big Mac and you can't afford a Big Mac, my personal suggestion is
Careful.
you do not go with the poor man's Big Mac. You just don't go to McDonald's.
Okay. Yeah. Taco Bell has something called the Superman. This is an American Taco Bell, of course, American institution. Comes with no surprise that one of its secret menu items is called the Superman. Ask for, let's see what it is. It's a fully loaded cheesy double beef burrito.
Say that again.
The
Sounds
fully
like it weighs 3
loaded,
pounds.
yeah, fully loaded cheesy double beef burrito.
Sam,
then-
are you having a moment there?
So
They
while
put
Sam
extra-
processes that,
I don't know how I feel about it. Is it like the liquidy cheese, or that's if it's the
Yeah,
liquidy
it's
nacho
Taco
cheese?
Bell,
I'm like,
so,
nah, I'm
yeah.
not good with that.
Yeah. Now, here's one that I want you all to try.
So hold up real quick about
Sure.
Taco Bell. Another one. You know how they used to have like the Dorito taco shells? Do they still have the Dorito taco shells?
I don't know. I haven't been in forever.
I think some
I haven't
locations
been in
do
quite
every
some
once
time.
in a while.
But you
Yeah.
put that in like a double-decker taco.
What amazes me about Taco
Not
Bell, that sounds
sounding
pretty
good.
good. Yeah. What
They
amazes
did
me
do
about
that for
Taco
a
Bell,
while.
they have 8 ingredients and they make 300 different items. Like it's
Yes.
it's amazing.
It's fantastic.
The versatility of a Taco Bell.
It's for your level of drunk.
It's right, exactly. I have woken up with Taco Bell bags in the pillow next to me.
I know you called me immediately
that's
afterwards.
interesting.
I
Let's
have.
talk about that. How was the evening?
Yeah, let's go.
And how did that all start?
I was with Alexa, a friend of mine, and that same night we managed to also take a street sign down. It's when I learned this.
Didn't you rip your shoulder tearing out that stop sign?
No, but I did. I might have hurt myself. But the thing is that stop signs are a lot bigger than you think they are. Like
They really are. They're
They
like
really-
4 feet high.
they're really like they're big. Well, apparently I removed a street sign all by myself and put it on top of Alexa's car. I don't know why. We have to probably review that
my
with
goodness.
her. Yeah, I'm not sure what was going on. And we went through the Taco Bell drive-through backwards, which that's interesting to do, by the way. So,
Like you went through it in reverse, or you
well,
just
we
like
drove through it backwards because
drove
Alexa
through, like,
wanted to.
in
I was
reverse, like,
driving.
to
I
a
was.
men-
I'm gonna explain. I was driving. Alexa wanted to pay, but she was on the wrong side. So
Oh, so that's the easy way to do it.
the only way to get her to the window was to drive through it backwards.
in
What the
reverse.
hell
So
were
you
you
did the whole
doing
thing
behind the
in
wheel of the
reverse.
car?
I probably should not have been driving. I think that was the same night I went tanning and didn't realize it.
Yes, it was.
Yeah, I think I called Mitch the next morning and I said I have a tanning receipt
you
in my
did.
bed at 3 a.m. that says I tanned.
Taco Bell.
I don't remember why I tanned. I think
Did
I
you have
called
that sign on top of the car?
No, apparently we dropped it off a couple blocks from Alexa's house. So
I just remember the first time Alexa saw you the next day. She
Yeah.
looks at you like, "Oh, hey, Captain, can't find my pants."
there was an issue. There was an issue that my pants were missing. Also, that's true. That's true.
That was a good time.
I found them at the tanning salon the next day. It's fine. I did find them, so it's fine. So
Thank
So you
goodness.
forgot to put them on after you tanned to get to your car.
there's a whole additional
Oh.
story
Wait a minute,
there.
wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute.
Did
I
you
just
go to
wanna
the Taco
clarify
Bell
something.
on the way before or
So you-
after?
I learned a day later that I had also stopped by the coffee shop. So
So wait a minute. I just want to
With
clarify
no pants
something.
on.
You walked out of your
With no
tanning salon-
pants on?
You walked out of the tanning salon to your car, which is not. It's a walk, ladies and gentlemen. All right, with no pants on.
This is
then I
not the
went-
first time
Dennis, stop it. Stop it. Stop it. No, stop it. Our
Next
last
time on
secret menu
Dennis's
item.
Therapy hour.
Right. Here's one I want you all to try at Starbucks. It's called the Joker Frappuccino.
I don't like coffee.
No, I know, but there are some people here who do.
Coffee, but-
So the Joker Frappuccino, it's a bright green drink,
Ew.
served with a signature red smile. Just ask for a matcha Frappuccino with whipped cream and chocolate drizzle. Here's the kicker. Make sure you ask for a smiley face on the inside of the cup, drawn with strawberry syrup. That's what makes it the Joker Frappuccino.
Your
They're
barista's
gonna hate
gonna
you as well.
Yeah.
They're gonna spit in that.
Yeah.
Because I would if I had to do that.
Oh yeah.
Right. Yeah.
I would just look at you like, no.
Oh, there is one more. Wendy's has the meat cube. Now, the meat cube, if you want a lot of protein in meat.
Isn't all of theirs meat cubes, Wendy's?
Right. I think it is.
Squared. Cubed is when you make
That's
it 3D.
true. That's true. When you want lots of protein in meat, but you don't like diversity, then this burger is for you. This is the burger for traditionalists who believe that a hamburger must only have a beef patty. But in this case, you get four thick beef patties, slice of cheese at the bottom and at the top, topped with lettuce. That's it.
No bread?
So it's probably about a pound.
No,
of
I think it's got a
hamburger.
bun. I think it's got buns on either side. Yeah.
I
No,
thought maybe
no,
the
it
cheese was
doesn't.
working.
Oh, it
It doesn't.
doesn't?
No, there's no bun in that. The lettuce at the
Oh.
top and the bottom are your bun. So you got four burger patties, cheese at the
Okay.
bottom, cheese at the top, and then lettuce on the outside of the cheese.
Debbie, have you had
This
one?
No,
Sounds
I have not. I just
delicious
actually
to
read
me.
the description.
Gross. That's just
It's just a lot of ham.
Look at you.
That's
Hey,
a lot
I-
of meat.
That's the whole reason why I don't eat a Big Mac. It's too
Because
much
the bun?
bun. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's too much bun. Even whenever I get McDonald's breakfast, whenever I eat their breakfast biscuit, like a sausage egg biscuit with cheese, I always take off. Usually, I always take off the bottom part of the bun.
Why don't
of
you
the-
just get why don't you get a sausage, egg, and cheese burrito from McDonald's then?
No,
Because I like the biscuit. I just
This
don't
is-
want that much biscuit.
Oh,
this is why I like going to breakfast with Sam, because I'll eat it because I love the buns.
I've heard that about you.
I mean, sometimes I'll get jelly and add it to the other one.
Yeah. Yeah. Interesting.
That was
Anyway.
my suggestion for you, Sam, is to get jelly so you could eat the bottom half.
Mhm.
Because
Yeah.
I think their biscuits are pretty good for fast
Yeah.
food.
There's also a place called Jamba Juice, and they have on the secret menu, it's called the Fruit Loop.
Oh,
And
what's
it tastes
that?
like Fruit Loops.
Yeah.
It's Jamba Juice is kind of like a smoothie place,
Right.
but it tastes like Fruit Loops. And then they also have one that's the white gummy bear. So it tastes just like the white gummy bear.
Yeah.
So
Don't they also have like pink Starburst?
Yeah, I think it's the pink star.
So it's like the red lemonade or pink lemonade. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
So I have a funny story about a Dairy Queen
Yeah.
because some fast food places will do regional stuff.
Mhm.
So back home in Virginia, the Dairy Queens there, they have this topping called wet nuts. And it's basically, I believe it's walnuts in a syrup. So you could get wet
Okay.
nuts on top of your sundae or whatever you want to do. Sunday is the
Okay.
crux of this story. So I had been visiting home, had been in Virginia. I came back to St. Louis and I was living with a guy who was like my little brother. And his name happens to be Ed. And I sent Ed to the Dairy Queen because he was going. And I said, hey, can you get me a sundae, hot fudge sundae with wet nuts? And he said, are wet nuts? And I'm like, yeah. And I explained to him what they were. And so he drives off. And after he left and he'd been gone for a little bit, I started thinking to myself, I don't remember them having wet nuts on the menu at Dairy Queen here in St. Louis. He walked through the back door and he screamed at me because the little teenage girls that were at Dairy Queen
Were just
taking his
giggling.
order I felt so bad for him. And when he came through that door and was yelling at me, I went, oh my God, Ed, it's regional. I'm so sorry. Yeah, he's at the drive-thru at Dairy Queen asking for a hot fudge sundae with wet nuts, and these girls
Wet
are
nuts.
what did you want on that? Wet nuts? Wet nuts. Wet nuts.
That's like
funny.
the Long John in where we live, St. Louis. It's only a regional thing. Like you can go to Dunkin' Donuts here in St. Louis and be like, I want chocolate Long Johns. Done. You go like I was in North Carolina. I was like, can I get Long Johns? You want what, sweetie? It was funny for me.
Now, what's the difference?
Between what?
What you get there and what is a Long John?
They have no clue what you're talking about there.
They call it
don't,
something else.
they don't
What's the
have
difference?
anything. No, they have nothing. Like the only thing they have there is actually probably like a cream-filled eclair.
Eclairs, yeah, or lady fingers they call them too.
But they're still cream-filled there.
Yeah.
Right.
Here in St. Louis, those aren't cream-filled.
Right. Okay.
Like there's.
I was just trying to get people that aren't regionally located
I get
here
it.
to understand what the difference is.
So the Long
Like-
John is just like a rectangular donut with the chocolate on the top.
Yeah.
correct? Yeah.
Yeah. So for our,
Yeah.
our regional listeners, like a Long John is simply like an eclair without the cream filling. In St. Louis, there is a difference between an eclair and a Long John.
Yeah.
They're both kind of the same. One's got cream filling, one doesn't.
So if we sufficiently made you hungry now at this point, you can go
Yes.
to fast.
Right? I'm ordering
Yep.
pizza.
Taco Bell.
Yeah. You can go to fastfoodmenuprices.com and you can look up these and many other places as well. Sam, you've got some apologies apparently we have to do, I think.
Oh, I
Maybe.
think we should apologize to the royal family,
Fine.
Meghan and Harry. You were very
Yeah.
hard on them, Dennis. I don't know
I'm
why you're very
sorry.
hard.
I
on
know.
people.
I'm sorry.
Also, Oprah.
I
Because
don't
Oprah's
think
a
we
very
should
nice
apologize to
person.
her.
That's why she's on the apology list.
All right, fair enough.
Tom Cruise. We're going to apologize to Tom Cruise. Australia.
I
The
like the
yoga
people.
community.
And downward dog deal.
Psychopaths.
we
Debbie, we
said we
always
wouldn't
have to
apologize.
apologize to Debbie. You
She's
always
automatically-
offend Debbie.
I don't think I
Women.
offended her.
The sexist
Women.
comments that you
Women.
and
All
Mitch
right.
had.
Yeah, okay, that was bad news.
Yes, yes.
I'll let you
and
hit
you
me
offended
later.
women.
Yeah.
And therefore, Debbie gets apologized to
Yeah,
automatically.
double deal
At least
for Debbie.
I didn't offend women.
See, I was going to say I was going to apologize to Dennis, but now I'm taking you off the list.
All
which
right.
has been bad.
Yeah,
Twix. No, Twinkies.
Twinkies,
Penguins
penguins.
and the Dalai Lama.
And the Dalai- Why are we apologizing to the Dalai Lama? Just because. All right, fair enough. He's earned it. It's fine. It's fine. It's good. Well, thank you all for tuning in. And remember, you can follow us if you're not on YouTube, DennisGeorgeShow.com. Or if you want to follow us and you're watching on YouTube, you can also follow us on your favorite podcast platform. So we're everywhere. We're everywhere. Everywhere.
We're in your
Everywhere.
closet.
We're like Visa. We're everywhere you want to be.
We're everywhere you
You're
want to
walking in a dark forest and you feel
be.
breathing behind you. We're there.
We are those
It's
behind
us.
you.
Right, it's us.
Be safe.
Not a
Love
dog.
y'all.
Yeah, be safe, everyone. See you next time.
Take care.
Join us again next time for another edition of The Dennis George Show. Thanks for watching.